mis amigos, and welcome back to Betsy V Lifestyle. So this is the story time, Historia con Betsy V, alright? And this time, I'm gonna talk to you guys about the time that I dated an ex's friends. I know, it sounds so bad, but it really is not. So I was dating this boy. He's a family friend, and we grew up together, and I always had a crush on him, right? For like years. So finally, when I was like in junior high or something like that, we were able to finally, like, he was finally interested in me, okay? And then we were finally able to hook up, and it was like a secret, okay? Nobody was happy about us getting together because he was a cheater and whatever, and I'm like, eh, but I've liked him since I was 6 years old. He's the love of my life type thing. He wasn't. He's still not the love of my life, but at that moment, I think we were all young. We feel like our first crush is like the love of our lives. So we ended up dating for years. It was on and off. And I remember when we finally broke it off, it was just, I was still hung up on him because he was the first guy I had a crush on and this and that. But once I got the closure, I think that's super important in a relationship. Once you get that closure, I was able to move on, and I wasn't like infatuated with him. And when he finally told me, when we were talking one day on the phone, and he was like, I'm just not into you like that anymore. Bloop, closure. And I'm like, I opened my eyes when he said it, and I was like, I don't even think I'm into you. I was just so hung up on the idea of him being my first crush and everything that I just was like, he has to be my everything. and you know, it didn't work out, and once I got the closure, we moved on, and we still hung out. You know, it was hard for us not to be friends because I was friends with his cousins. I grew up with his cousins, and you know, they're all females, and you've seen them on the vlogs. So me and him just, we're cool. We still talk, and he's doing great things. Boy toy, my boyfriend, he even likes him, and they're cool. And just now when you think about it, we're like, ew, like we dated each other. It's so weird. But anyways, after we had broken up, we always used to go out, and he had this friend that I thought was always cute, but obviously I wasn't gonna do anything because I'm like, that's my man's friends. So we had gone out to this place, this club. It was like a bar that we always hung out at. It was Saloonaz, R.I.P. Saloonaz. Me and his friend were talking, and I guess we exchanged numbers. I don't remember, but he was texting me that night, and he's like, yeah, too bad you're like so-and-so's ex. And I'm like, what? It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. He's like, no, it's weird. I'm like, no, talk. I'm like, you know, I texted my ex, and I was like, let him know that it's cool if he wants to talk to me. He gave the okay, and then we started dating. This is the only reason that we spoke, because there are occasions, okay, that it is okay for you to talk to an ex's friends, because it's like, if it was meant nothing, and our relationship really meant nothing to us, that it was okay for us to date each other's exes. Like if he was interested in one of my friends, which he usually always was, I was like, okay, go talk to her, I don't care. So it depends. We weren't in love with each other, we weren't hung up on each other and stuff, so us dating in front of each other was like whatever. So finally, when me and him hooked up, I was so happy. I was like, hey, this is so cool. And it wasn't awkward at all, okay? We had the blessing of of my ex, his friends, and we'd even go out together and everything, and it was just really cool. And I know it sounds super weird, but it was fine, you know. And eventually me and his ex, eventually me and the guy, there we go, broke up. And it was a really bad breakup. He just wasn't there for me when something happened. Like, he wasn't there for me, and we had gone out to his family's house for Easter, and he introduced me as his friend Betsy instead of girlfriend Betsy. So it was like I walked out, ran to I didn't run, like I wasn't racing to my car, but I walked away and I left in my car, and he's like, what happened? I'm like, you introduced me as your friend. He's like, well, that's what we are, right? Aren't we friends? Rolled up my window, then we got on the phone while I'm driving. So he's on speaker and we're cursing him out, and like it got so bad. Like it was terrible. So that was like in April. This is years ago. And then during the summer, we all knew the same people because I knew his friends from my ex, because my ex was friends with him. So he had like a pool party going on, right? And I was like, yeah, I want to go. So we all went. We're all hanging out, having fun. I see my ex there, both my exes. Okay, but the recent ex, my ex's friends, I'll call him P. Okay, this is my ex's friend P. He was there, and we're talking like whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm dating a girl and blah, blah, blah. He's talking to his friends, and I was like... And then I hear one of his friends saying like, yo, the girl that he's dating now is coming over. I was like, okay. This trick. Oh, this girl. What was it really her fault? I don't know if she knew that we were together. I don't know what she knew about us, but she came over. Okay, and they go into the house. So I'm still outside hanging out with everybody. They go inside the house, and I was just so infuriated. I was drinking too, and I don't blame it on the alcohol because I don't get drunk like that. I've only gotten drunk like I think it was 3 times in my life, and that wasn't a time I was gonna get drunk. So I went inside, marched inside, and they both come out of the bathroom. Yeah, it was like the bathroom. And I just went off. Like I just cursed them out. And I wasn't gonna curse her out because she had nothing to do with it. It's him who bought this woman there, and we had just broken up like a few months ago. So I thought it was so disrespectful. And I did something really bad. So I remember when we were going out, he's like, I hate when people spit on each other. It's the most disrespectful thing you could do. I spit on him because I just really wanted to disrespect him. Like, so I spit on him. I started hitting him, like slapping him, punching him, kicking him, everything. Like I just got my hands on him. And I'm not condoning violence. But at the time, I thought it was necessary to do, which I regret obviously now because I could have gotten arrested, guys. Like there was witnesses everywhere. So anyways, I'm going and doing all that, and people are getting me off of him and stuff. And my first ex, he took me out to the front. He's like, stop, what are you doing? Like he was always like the nonchalant kind of guy. Like I felt like he had never had emotions. So for him to go in on me like, what are you doing? Stop. He doesn't love you. He doesn't want to be with you. If he did, he wouldn't have brought this other girl here. He would have tried to work it out. Like he was just making sense, and he cared. And I just started crying. I was like, I know, but it's like disrespectful. I hate being disrespected. But after all that, it's whatever now. Obviously we all got over that. I haven't seen him since then. I still talk to my first ex. Obviously, like I said, like we're all still cool. I felt like, could this have been karma for dating my ex's friends? No, because he gave us his blessing. So it's kind of like it's not karma, but maybe in the universe out there it was karma. So they're like, you know what, we want you to get played right now. And I definitely got played. I got insulted. Once a player, always a player? I don't know. I mean, he was always a player. Hey, baby! He was always a player, but I don't think he played me. He might have, because I'm like, you're now so cool with this girl that doesn't even live in state, and just like iffy. But then years later, he contacts me. He found me like on Instagram, and I think was it Facebook or Twitter or something like that. I'm like, why are you trying to call me now? Like call me and stuff like that. So I don't know, you live and you learn. Would I date another friend's ex? Well, I'm with boyfriend right now, I wouldn't date him, his friends. But if ever down the line I'm dealt with the same situation, yeah, I would date an ex, my ex's friends, if he gave us the blessing. Because sometimes we're not compatible, but maybe me and your friend were meant to be compatible. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? It kind of sounds bad that I would say that, like, oh, bro, if you date her, you gotta be careful with your friends. Don't bring your friends around her. But just let me know in the comments below. That's how I feel. Once you get the blessing, it is okay to proceed with the other friends. Not all of them. We don't want to be like that kind of girl, but having one guy in the friendship zone. Okay. Let me know in the comments below. What else do you want to hear from me? Tell me your secrets. Have you ever dated a friend, an ex's friend? I would like to know. Let me know in the comments below. Te quiero un montón de todos mis amigos. Make sure to subscribe and give this video thumbs up. Adios.